And as we have Bakloon in chat saying hello, welcome to our broadcast. It's the 7th race of the IORA Pro 4 Series with 4 minutes remaining in practice. As you can see, it's going to be Alex Anderson leading the group of SCHAFFER and Ethan Stanley, the Porter Dang Dong 91 around Tsukuba 2000 full configuration. We're going to bring our opening onto the screen right now. Thankful for the graphics we got from Puffer Zone Network, and we've been modifying them throughout our break. And here we are, slow, live on Fireball Talks NASCAR, YouTube channel now with over 356 subscribers at the moment. It's the IORA Tsukuba Throwdown at the Tsukuba Circuit, 2K full configuration, round 7 to 10 in this championship. And we are going to be putting our ticker back on the screen with the new banners provided to us, well, of course, by Puffer Zone, but added by myself, the Fireball Talks NASCAR logo on your screen. It's going to be SCHAFFER leading the practice charge over Demos by half second, Anderson by 1.6, and Ethan Stanley last right now by 2.4 seconds. We're going to go on board with this battle that we're watching right now to take a look at how these drivers are wheeling the machines. You can see SCHAFFER right now just wheeling his way around the 67 of Anderson, going through this longer straightaway on the track. Very short configuration, even if it is the 2K circuit. Almost gets into the gravel there. We've been seeing a lot of these drivers running on the gravel, not sure why. And that's about it. The lap is going to be concluded. Anderson's still there, but it's going to be SCHAFFER with a 103.224 that time by. With his fastest time of 102.155, leading Demos' 102.696 at the moment, with 1 minute and 38 seconds of qualifying remaining. Checking back right now on the battle behind these two, and I believe that Demos and Ethan Stanley are closer to one another than it seems. Or not, it looks like it's only these two battling, as Ethan Stanley blinking in and out. Demos keeping consistent connection though, and that's all we can see at the moment. 14 laps clocked by the number 99, 18 clocked by nobody. It's 16 clocked by the 87, and the 67 only having 8 laps at the moment. As the drivers are going through this section of the camera that was used for the thumbnail, see that SCHAFFER just let Alex Anderson go. Going to try to chase him down once more, as practice is going to be concluding in less than a minute. And SCHAFFER going to make it work on the outside right there. Alex Anderson using the grass, and they're going to come together. And I think that just signifies that practice is just about over, and the drivers are going to head in, as Ethan Stanley now on track once more. Only a few tenths off of Anderson's time, but he's not going to be able to beat it. Not enough time in the session. 5 seconds. By the time I'm done saying that, practice is concluded, and the drivers are going to be packing it up for the qualifying stint right about now. Session going to be reset. The drivers are going to be going again from pit road. And let's see who's going to be able to get the fastest time. Maybe a sub 1 minute if an absolute pushing lap comes out of any of these 4 drivers. They all could win. It's going to be down to each of them to make it happen. Demos, the first driver on track according to our system overlays. And we're going to be checking that out. No movement so far. Anderson already making the move. The only driver to do so as Chase Schaefer sitting. So is Demos, so is Stanley until now. Stanley coming out of the pit road. And if we're riding along board with the 67 driver the furthest through on the track at the moment, see how they do it. Getting the gears all the way up, going to a high of 8,000 revs per minute. 4 gears on these cars, according to our analytics, only driven through 3 gears in my experience, even though that wasn't USA International. Cranks it up, trying to get it to the triple digits in speed and keeping it consistently there. 120, not going to happen. Getting up to 117 through that straightaway and going here at about 60 odd miles an hour, almost 70 to start the first lap with number 67. Cranks it down for this first turn. Could be chaotic with these 4 trucks, all very big on a very narrow circuit, only 2 lanes if you really are pushing it. And I'm not sure if these guys are going to be willing to. Going through this banked turn, not getting on the green, not even getting on the curves. Working their way through. Now through the Dunlop Tunnel, very short. One of the most memorable pieces of this racetrack. Trying to hug every single barrier. Not doing it all too well in some of these sections, but Anderson getting to the green there. We try to get to the curbs before this very long straightaway, given the size of the overall configuration. And 120, is it going to happen? Not going to. And that's going to conclude this first lap. Just 1 turn to go. We'll be seeing the time on your screen. Jordan. To 103.8 for Anderson, not the greatest lap. Of course, 1 more lap to do it. Going to Chase Schaefer, who just concluded his first lap. It's 101.845, fastest of the session so far. And Ethan Stanley with 102.888. Demos going to be the last driver to complete his. Let's see what he can do coming around. And at the line, it's going to be a 1.2746. That's going to be good enough for, according to our analytics, not even third. That lap has been invalidated due to the use of excessive track limits. And through the racetrack once more, going around that 180-degree turn. And it's looking good for the 87 right now. Good enough to get the pole. I'm not sure. 2 concurrent viewers right now. Of course, the stream has just started. We hope you do enjoy the racing. I understand that NASCAR is on at about the same time as these streams, but it doesn't stop the action. Not at all. We thank our viewers for sticking by us, as the racing is going to get heated in 6 minutes and 39 seconds. These 4 drivers battling it out. Demos getting up to 118 there, a little quicker than Anderson. Probably going to be able to get that 3rd place in qualifying at the very least. And coming around, it's going to be 2nd in qualifying, under a second on Schaefer's run, but not going to do it for pole position. Chase Schaefer not on track. Neither of the other drivers besides Demos and Schaefer are. And since we got time, we're going to bring in Chase Schaefer for an interview. The number 99 car going to the voice chat. They're all in right now, all 4 drivers, with the exception of Ethan Stanley, actually. Gavin Austin is in this voice chat as well. Now, Chase Schaefer, you've been dominating all of the sessions so far, practice and qualifying. How's the car feeling? Truck, rather.
I like the car. This is a lot better than Linear. I hated Linear. Linear was the worst. This is a lot more down my alley, though. I'll tell you that right now.
That's good to hear for you. You think you'll be able to get the victory tonight?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't like saying that I'm gonna get wins, because then anytime I do, I say that it doesn't happen, or it's not a good trait I like to have.
Well, I understand that situation. You're about a second up on Demos in qualifying. You think he'll be your main rival tonight?
Anderson has some pace. Me and Anderson were battling a lot in practice, so we'll have to see. I think everyone's pretty competitive here. We don't have a whole lot of guys, so it'll be a pretty tight battle. I don't know what Stanley's gonna be like, or Stanley's actually faster than Anderson. Now I look at it, so we'll have to see how this goes. I'm excited though.
Right about that, that is our pole sitter for tonight's event, Chase Schaefer. Thank you for your time.
Yep, no problem.
We're gonna be going to the person on the outside lane. First row, Demo, second place in qualifying. How you feeling?
Good.
That's good to hear. You think you got a shot at the victory tonight?
Schaefer looks pretty fast, but I mean, anything can happen, so, we'll just wait and see.
Right about that. Not a lot of people in this race. Only 4 drivers. Do you think you'll be able to come out with... Well, a good finish is almost inevitable. There's only 4 drivers. Do you think you'll be able to beat at least 2 of them and get second place?
I think it's a good possibility, but Stanley, he's also pretty good on the road courses, so I really don't know what's gonna happen. Third, I think, would be reasonable for me, but obviously first or second would be great.
Right about that. Well, that's Demo, second place in qualifying right now, going for first in our race. Hope to see you back here soon. Thank you.
All right.
And now we're going to our third position driver at the moment in our qualifying session. Ethan Stanley, just about a second off the pole sitter. How you feeling?
Feeling all right. I mean, I'm just having a hard time with the push on these trucks at this track. It just can't get the right lines.
Right about that. You did chop off a few seconds from practice qualifying, even beating Anderson in the qualifying session. You think you'll be able to make a little more progress in the race?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see how much SCHAFFER can actually push these trucks around here. I'm just having a hard time getting the rear end to actually work for me, and these trucks just love to push here.
Right about that. Now, you and Schaefer have gone at it a few times in this series, including at Watkins Glen, which is a road course, unlike USA, where a crazy final lap decided the outcome. You think that the tires are going to come into effect tonight?
Honestly, I think the worn tires will help more as they start to slide around. At least for me. We'll see. It's only 18 laps, unlike... well, it's a pretty short race compared to Watkins Glen, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Right about that. Not a lot of laps. And of course, not too many drivers, but Ethan Stanley going for first position. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to bring in one last driver before our race begins. Alex Anderson, fourth in qualifying at the moment. How you feeling?
Nervous. I was racing with SCHAFFER in practice, or Schaefer, my bad. I was racing with him in practice, and I was honestly having a lot of fun with it. You know, I love throwing these things around road courses. They're really fun with the racing that they can produce. So I'm gonna hope that maybe I can try and get to the front early, so that way I can just try and block the people behind me, so I can just try and have a shot at the end here. But who knows? They're just letting you know right now, there may or may not be a halfway yellow, so we can pit for fuel.
Right about that. Well, that's an interesting thing to mention. Can these trucks go all the way? Not sure about that.
It's gonna be close. I was pulling out of the pits, and Daniel told me that when he pulled out of the pits to look at his fuel, it said he had 18.7 laps. So if we do make it, it'll be by the skin of our goddamn teeth. But just to avoid something like that, because we're gonna be racing hard, so just to avoid something like that, we might just throw a halfway yellow just to get it done and over with.
Well, that makes sense. Honestly, I do want to see a race go down to the wire with fuel, but it's going to be annoying if all 4 cars, or all 4 trucks in this situation, just stop like a few feet from the line and just nobody finishes it. So I understand this situation.
Or what we might do is, instead of calling a full course caution, we might just have everybody slow up coming down the backstretch on lap 9. Then we all just pit for like 3 gallons of fuel.
Well, that makes sense. So you are not going to go for a full tank in that situation? Like, in that pit stop?
Yeah, just to try and get the truck lighter, you know, because lighter, not less fuel, looser race car, faster race car. So, or in this situation, race truck. But hopefully we can get everything figured out and have a good race.
Right about that. Well, that's Alex Anderson, fourth in qualifying right now, hoping to get to the lead very early. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
And now that we've gone through all 4 of our drivers, we're only going to have 8 seconds until race begins. So it was good to go through all of their thoughts, see how they're going to line this race up, and we might have a caution at lap 9. So for those who are watching tonight, it is the IORA Tsukuba Showdown, and we're going to be getting to racing very soon. The drivers are going to be grading up right now, as you can see on your screen. It's going to be Demos and Anderson on the outside, and it's going to be Chase Schaefer and Ethan Stanley, who are not there yet, on the inside. There's Stanley. And the last driver who needs to show up as our pole sitter, number 99, it's going to be Chase Schaefer, of course, when he does arrive to the scene. All four of these drivers hungry for victory tonight, as we have 3 concurrent viewers, and we thank you all for the support. Waiting on 18 laps of intense racing with these Pro 4 machines. They always provide some great stuff. Now 4 concurrent viewers, and we appreciate the support. It's getting more and more as the race gets closer to starting, and the gridding process is complete. Chase Schaefer is here, and the red lights are on my keyboard, which means only a few seconds before race time begins, and it is green flag in Tsukuba, and Chase Schaefer, wow, man goes up that 91, and it's going to be Demos leading Alex Anderson. How about that? Goes to plan there. Wow. Not sure what's going on with Chase Schaefer. He's all the way back there now. Going to need that competition cost, as Anderson is fighting for the lead. Going into the 180-degree turn. Going to try to undercut Demos there, and he is going to just barely do it. That's Alex Anderson to the point from last in qualifying. How about that? And Anderson goes a little wide there, and Demos is going to be back on the pursuit. Going all the way to the outside. Anderson's going to make him work for it. How about we go on board immediately on that number 87 machine and see how he's doing it. They're sliding about going to the second lap right now from the first. And it's going to be Alex Anderson leading the field from the back of it from 4th position to 1st. An incredible charge, thanks in part to Chase Schaefer's horrible start. He's in 4th right now, 6 seconds back on the remainder of the field. And once again, Demos trying to go to the outside, trying to make the move on Anderson that he put on this turn. But it's going to be a single file train with Ethan Stanley just behind, watching the battle as it happens. Whoa, and Demos gets into the grass there, loses a position. That's down to 3rd. He said that this would be expected for him. That 2nd or 1st would be great. Still, to concurrent viewers watching as we're competing against NASCAR for viewership, and we appreciate your support thoroughly as this race gets underway. And now that Alex Anderson is leading the pack by a clear margin, starting on the outside line in last position was clearly a benefit for him, as he's ahead of the person who started in front of him on the same road, Demos. And Ethan Stanley, who got affected by Chase Schaefer, is now up to 2nd. As Schaefer's losing time slowly but surely, now 7 seconds behind leader. That damage was pretty big. Whoa, went Anderson almost around there. Drifting that thing to no end. That 67 machine with a Bang Energy sponsorship, leading it over the port of Dandong machine, the number 91. As these Pro 4 trucks, Ram and manufacturerless, are leading the pack over the Deegan's number 87. And it's going to be a single file train going through the longest straightaway on this circuit, with 3 drivers trying to lead themselves to a clearer track. Chase Schaefer has a clear track, but he's just far behind the leading pack right now. Stanley trying to make a run of it right here. He looks like he's a little quicker. He's going to the inside right now, going to try to outbreak him. Maybe not. Not going to happen right there. Alex Anderson still leading it over Ethan Stanley. Or no, is Ethan Stanley going to get there on the inside? He is there on the inside, of course, but not clear on the inside. Totally different concept. Oh! Anderson getting pushed. They're almost 3 wide into the turn. Demos not able to make it stick. He's going to go for 2nd now is Ethan Stanley. Wow, way outside. Fastest lap currently validated is the 1:02.627 to Chase Schaefer. He's only 5.8 back on the leaders now. As 91 and 87 are fighting very hard for that position. We're going to go back to Demos. And we're going to watch from the right front tires perspective, charging through these turns, trying to fight Demos for anything. You can see their gears are shifting on these machines. Very important to get those done at the right time. The side-by-side racing is all that Alex Anderson wants to see. Because for him, it's going to be a clear track until Ethan Stanley's going to try to launch it there. Nothing's going to come of it. And Demos is still just going to be waiting for either of these drivers to make a sort of mistake. Chase Schaefer less than 5 seconds away from these leading three. Going through the Dunlop tunnel once more with the Dunlop, not the bricks, the Dunlop safety material presiding amongst the major tire. These drivers not able to make any move so far. Ethan Stanley trying to go to the inside there, not going to happen, gets on the grass, and Anderson's going to get slightly a quicker launch. And as you can see, the roar of the three engines in front of Chase Schaefer are not lost on him. He's only less than 4 seconds away now in your frame at the same time as the leader. And all the drivers just fly by the camera there. Coming to 14 laps to go. Now 13 laps to do it. And Ethan Stanley going for a major move there. Not going to have it stick. He was just there on Alex Anderson, but not working out. In the end, is Demos now going to try to make it 3 wide? Or is he? As Chase Schaefer now 3.5 seconds behind these leading trio. Whatever you can do there is going to be very important. 5 concurrent viewers, we appreciate the support. If you do like the racing, be sure to like, subscribe. The work, it all is appreciated. Hope to see you back sometime soon in a future stream. But of course, your support now is thoroughly appreciated. 13 laps to go, and Demos trying to make it stick for the lead. Alex Anderson been blocking extremely well, but Demos gets a monster runoff there. Is it going to be enough to pass Anderson? Not at the moment. They are side by side, not clear of one another. Chase Schaefer only 2.5 behind the leading trio. And they're going through once more. Side by side there, coming to 12 laps to go. Of course, less and less time going by, and Ethan Stanley is now pretty far behind the top two. It's going to be Demos leading Alex Anderson now. Oh, Anderson is pretty far off right there. Oh, when he tries to get in a situation that would not be good for either of those drivers. Alex Anderson does, trying to spin Demos around there. It's going to be a little bit of damage. Now Ethan Stanley's going to try to make a move. Anderson is going absolutely to the wall, given that he just lost the leading position. Oh, into the bales of hay there. That's what I think they are. He's cutting the track. Is that going to be allowed? He's cutting the track, trying to get in front of Demos. I can't believe that he just did that. And now that Anderson is throwing it all at the fence, Demos has the raw speed to pull away. And Chase Schaefer now only 1.8 away from this leading trio. He's getting closer and closer. Not going to be able to make a dive at the moment. On the outside, you're going to try to go to the inside. He might be able to pass all 4 of these guys in the lap if he sets it up correctly. A little bit of contact there with the number 91 port of Dan Dong machine for the 99. And not side by side for a second right now, as Ethan Stanley is going to go to the inside, hoping that Schaefer's not going to make a move. A little bit of contact there between the 91 and 67 as picked up by the onboard camera. Schaefer's going to go to the inside right now, trying to get back into the podium. Demos now clear and away the leader by almost 2 seconds. Schaefer trying to make something happen here, as the 99, 67, and 87 have all been trying their hand at the lead. The only driver not in the mix beforehand was Chase Schaefer. But now he's in third, going for second this turn by. Almost 3 wide there, and nobody backs out, but Chase Schaefer is the leader of that trio. And whoa, and that's Anderson around and up and over. But he's back on all 4s. We're going to check the replays for that one. That was intense. Wow. Gets shot in there, and look at that. Nowhere to go, trying to wheel it through. Him and Ethan Stanley make contact, and there it is. Popped over. Back on track now, of course, but nowhere near the leaders. 10 seconds back. A caution's going to be coming out in a lap, a competition caution, for that matter. As Chase Schaefer is now going to be chasing down Demos. As everyone's going to be pitting. Instead of a caution, everyone's coming into the pits. Is that what's going on? I think it is. Race onto pit road has started. Chase Schaefer slides it in. And it's going to be a pit strategy event. Everyone's taking, I believe, 3 gallons of fuel. And Demos is going to be the leader of the race off pit road. We're going to be watching it live. All of our cameras set up on the action. Drivers only a few tenths away from one another. It's going to be leading this field, Demos, and then Chase Schaefer closely thereafter. And then it's going to be Ethan Stanley, and finally Alex Anderson. Wow. Big time stop for Chase Schaefer to be able to keep up with the number 87. They're side by side, slowed down. I believe this is going to be a simulation of a caution and not a real one, as the caution lights have not came out on track. Drivers taking it easy in second gear right now, going about 45 miles an hour, waiting for Anderson in the back of your screen to show up on this lead pack. And we got Kayla Justine in chat as well as Bacloon, and we appreciate both support from both of you and hope that you come back to more races in the future. And the 3 drivers in the front have bunched up. It's up to Anderson to catch up, and they might be going green, so to speak, in the next lap. And it's going to be the top 4 getting into rows right now, simulating a caution. Limited contact there, so you know it isn't really a real one. Are they going to try to go 4 wide? You know what? I'm going to ask them to do that right now. Hey, what's up? It's David Kreutz from the broadcast booth. Got a question for y'all. Are you going to go 4 wide for the start?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome to see.
Absolutely.
This is gonna not end well. Oh, see, it's already not ending well.
I'm holding it as far left as I can.
I have Demos in the grass.
The barrels.
3, 2, 1.
And the drivers are off.
Oh,
In a
he went.
4 wide start. How about that? And they're going to be going like hell on this even start. 6 and current viewers, we thank you for all of the support. Be sure to like and do support. And Alex Anderson, major contact there. Seven concurrent viewers as we just saw a 4 wide start. We appreciate the support. Amazing to see. And Chase Schaefer. Wow. Absolutely up and over there. I'm not sure if they're going to stop them once more as Demos is still in the running. And it looks like they are. And everyone going to get bunched up again. Schaefer is in the top 4. Very close to them now. And they're back to racing once more from Tsukuba. 8 laps to go. We've got 5 concurrent viewers as Demos makes contact with Alex Anderson, and Ethan Stanley is going to lead the charge as Chase Schaefer is rounding out the pack at the moment. Coming around for 7 laps to go. All 4 drivers about even performances at the moment. All of them fighting for this victory. And it's going to be Ethan Stanley leading Alex Anderson, Demos, and Chase Schaefer, who's now going to be in 3rd over Demos. That's going to put Schaefer back into the podium, trying to go for 2nd on this lap. We're watching on board with Chase Schaefer at the moment, checking the wheel work on that machine. Gets it down into 2nd gear on this major turn. Alex Anderson once again off track, trying to get an advantage on the drivers. sliding it around one more time through this lap. 6 laps remaining after this one. Chase Schaefer trying desperately to do battle with Ethan Stanley for the race victory. Last laps for these drivers, Chase Schaefer was the fastest by 0.2 over Ethan Stanley, a 102.5 over a 102.7. That's going to be up to them at this point to get the victory done. Now we're checking our leader's telemetry right now. He's almost down to 25 miles an hour through that turn. Very slow speed, but back up into the 80s here. These Pro 4 trucks very versatile with this major suspension they have. They can go quick, they can go slow, they can get beaten around, and they can still fight for victories. No matter what, through the Dunlop tunnel, just after it rather, Ethan Stanley goes for a major off-track excursion. And the 99 is going to be catching up quicker and quicker than he had beforehand. Live over this section right now, it's going to be Ethan Stanley leading Chase Schaefer. But Chase Schaefer on the back bumper of that 91, checking the gearbox perspective of the leading truck. 99 is right there alongside him. Trying to throw it every which way he can, and Chase Schaefer's going to be able to make a move there. And I think they're going to be dead even right now. And that is the case. Chase Schaefer, of course, on the outside of this battle. It's going to be a little more tough for him to get anything done, but they are side by side for the lead. Chase Schaefer trying to take it with 5 laps remaining. We got 6 concurrent viewers watching as this battle for the lead heats up. We thank you for all of the support, and we hope that you continue to watch this broadcast, as it's going to be a great battle for the lead, with all these drivers still in contention. Gliding around, coming to 4 laps to go. It's going to be money laps for all these drivers, making sure that every turn is perfect. Ethan Stanley's got to do that to maintain the lead, and Chase Schaefer's got to make sure he's on his A game to get the lead for the first time in the race since he had the pole and almost destroyed the race from that position. And a little bit of a nudge there for Ethan Stanley. He gets moved around. How about that? Alex Anderson is in the mix now. He's going to make every move he can, trying to get in front of the 99 and then the 91. And look at that. Anderson's got the faster truck there. But Chase Schaefer the better line. No contact, but barely can make it work. Both these drivers. Anderson now to the inside, going for second himself. And sliding about inside line to the inside for all 4 of these drivers. Oh, Anderson! Second time around. Upside down. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just gets popped wheel over wheel and nothing he can do. And he flies into the catch fence. Upside down. And I think that has to be race over. That driver. Wow. That is crazy. He's still trying to get it fired, but not going to happen. It's over. For Alex Anderson, good fight though. Now it's going to be up to Chase Schaefer to take the fight to Ethan Stanley. They're all slowing down again. I'm not sure if Ethan Stanley is going to. Well, it looks like he is. Yup, he is. And we're going to go back into the driver's booth. So we saw Anderson, you just flipped. Are you guys going to slow down for it?
Yep.
All right, well, that seems to be the course of action. Is Anderson even going to be flipped over?
Let's just stop right here.
Pull out the caution so we get the green white checkered. Because Anderson needs to get his lap back anyways.
Oh, Demos, come on.
Hold on.
It's not how you... Okay.
I think you got to go from the back of the car, guys.
No, he's good.
There we go.
All right.
Now Anderson's going to be getting his lap back. And the driver successfully flipped over Alex Anderson. We're going to be waiting lap as I think Anderson's going to try to get his fast repair. That's the situation at hand. They're going to be restacking, re-racking. Be waiting for the race to continue. Looks like the only driver not in pit road is Chase Schaefer, who's leading from the outside, choosing not to pit in this free, technically second caution. Cautionless race, of course. These drivers have been waiting about for one another. Alex Anderson's going to be going for a full throttle lap right now. Let's watch on board. Through the Dunlop tunnel once more, trying to catch up to have a fighting chance at the victory. A victory all four of these drivers could get. It's going to be desperate times for Anderson with 2 laps remaining. The leaders, including Ethan Stanley, Chase Schaefer, and Demos, waiting alongside for their number 67 compatriot to get back onto the lead chart. Wiggling the wheel just a little bit, and he's going to be less than 10 seconds away from the leaders right now. Alex Anderson, almost in the fight. Slowing down for the remainder of the drivers. There it is. Everyone slowed down and parked. Now I assume they're going to be organizing a standing start in their drivers' chats. Yes, they are. And the race is off one more time. 2 laps to go, coming from Tsukuba. Looks like it's going to be a pace lap. Now coming back into here one more time before the race begins, are you guys going to do a 4-wide, 1-lap shootout?
No. We're going to go green around here. So, right now, basically.
We going green right, like after this corner?
Yeah.
Alright.
You're good.
And it looks like the race is back on for these drivers as the 67 and 91 are fighting it out. And Anderson's going to try to shoot to the inside, and that's what he's going to do. Alex Anderson to the point. And all 4 drivers are so close. Demos locks it up. Chase Schaefer makes contact. And Ethan Stanley now leading by just about a car length. Chase Schaefer pulling out to the outside right now. Let's see what he can do about the lead that Ethan Stanley's held on to for the entirety of the second half. 1 turn to go, and now it's going to be 1 lap to go. The most exciting lap of this event. And we're going to see it live as Chase Schaefer's going to go to the outside trying to get the lead from Ethan Stanley. A little bit of a lockup there. Not going to happen. The 91 still leading the way. And now it's going to be single file throughout all the drivers. Ethan Stanley leading it clearly. And Chase Schaefer going to try to get to him. A low lockup there for the leader. And he drifts it about, but he's leading over the 99. These two have battled twice before in this series. Chase Schaefer's always gotten the better of him. And now he's going to the inside, but not the preferred line there. It's going to be a swerve out, and both drivers off track. 1 more time to do it. They lock up, they touch. Triple touch. Chase Schaefer gets punted in, and it's going to be a drag race through here. I think Anderson might have saved Chase Schaefer's race. Side by side, coming to the final turn. They're making a little bit of contact, but no, Chase Schaefer gets moved in there. They're both off track, and I think that's going to hand the win to Alex Anderson from last on the grid. It's going to be Anderson winning from Tsukuba in the IORA Pro 4 Series. How about that? Drifting it home. And Ethan Stanley and Chase Schaefer cost each other the race. Wow. Flipped twice. Was a lap down. Chase Schaefer flipping now, but he's going to do it. Alex Anderson, your winner of today's events. Wow. The Tsukuba Throwdown winner. And the race over. Wow. Amazing stuff there. That last lap was something else. For all these drivers, we're going to be throwing it back a minute to watch it from Anderson's perspective. As you can see, Schaefer just gets clear, and then he gets punted through by Ethan Stanley. That's building up from multiple races, and from here it's smooth sailing for that number 67. Ethan Stanley second, then Demos third, then last is going to be Chase Schaefer. They all come to the line within a second and a half of one another. How about that? And he's here to burn it down as he should be doing. Our winner in IORA Pro 4 Series is Alex Anderson. Good stuff there. And I think that's about it for the burnout celebration, or is it? Look at that. The hype is still going for a driver who got the win on the last turn. Incredible stuff there, I'd have to say. 6 concurrent viewers. Bumper to the back of the 99, says Throttle, one of our commentators usually. Still watching the race tonight. We appreciate your support, Throttle, as we saw a crazy ending right there. Wow. Now we're going to be bringing in our race winner. And I got to say, you executed perfectly on the plan you laid out. Alex Anderson, you won it. How do you feel?
Still pretty pissed off, honestly, just from SCHAFFER just being a whiny little brat. I mean, I was getting upset and I was voicing my opinion about it, maybe a little bit too harshly when he flipped me, and I was just kind of upset for most of that race, but he has absolutely no room to clown on me for that. He was bumping people the entire race. He flipped me over. He pushed me out of the way twice. He pushed Stanley out of the way once, and probably pushed Daniel out of the way to get around him. Then somebody does it once to him. It's the end of the world. So I don't get what's wrong with him. I don't get what's in his head. But apparently he thinks he's Lewis Hamilton, so he needs to grow up.
Choice words there, I gotta say. I did not expect that, but how did that last lap go for you? Because you were right behind Shea Schaefer in that situation.
Well, to be quite honest, I was trying to help Stanley all I could, just trying to distract Schaefer, because I mean, it's harder if you're for you to try and pass the guy in front of you if you got some guy right on your ass. So I was just trying to distract him as much as I could, and as soon as I saw him full throttle Stanley in the second to last corner, I knew that the complete last corner wasn't going to go too well. So I don't know, kind of a Mickey win, but I'll fucking take it. A win's a win this season for me.
I would just say that was bumper to the back of the 99.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right about that. And I got you the victory. Now, we only have a few races remaining. Next time, we're going to be doing battle with the Pro 4s. It's going to be at Langley. Think you'll be able to get the win?
Oh my god.
I'm terrible at that goddamn track. Honestly, I kind of wish we would go back to another road course, but oh well.
Langley?
I just hope it goes better than the past few races have. Maybe it can make up a few more points and try and go for this championship.
Right about that $30 bonus for the driver who does win this championship. Alex Anderson, our winner. Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God, Langley.
And we got Throttle in the booth right now, who was just chatting in our YouTube chat. What's up, man?
Hey, I joined in just for the second to last lap. I saw that. I knew as soon as Chase touched Stanley was just gonna completely shove him off the track. I could see it coming.
I mean, honestly, this is my opinion. Of course, I haven't driven in this series. I haven't even made an IRA start. That's kind of embarrassing to say, given that I'm their broadcaster. But
I thought you started the 250.
No, I didn't. That was OSRL.
No, the IORA 250.
I was not in that race, man.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, I'll make an attempt at it this year. I mean, next year, but I did not make an attempt this year. But what I saw is that Jay Schaefer and Alex Anderson, not Alex Anderson, but Ethan Stanley, they've been fighting each other for like 3 straight races. You saw them fight at Watkins Glen, then USA, where Ethan Stanley got flipped, then in the Cup Series with Laguna Seca, where Ethan Stanley lost that race on the final lap due to him and Schaefer coming together. I think it's just been tempers brewing.
Tempers are flaring. They have mega beef.
Right about that, Alexander Balderas Throttle on his phone right now. Thank you for joining the booth.
Yeah, I know it's a bit weird that I wasn't able to make the race, so I thought I might as well just join the commentary booth right at the end.
Right about that, and we're going to be bringing in our second position driver on the night. Ethan Stanley, walk us through that last lap.
So I mean, I pretty much thought I had the race in the bag. I knew SCHAFFER was going to try some of his, let's say, aggressive driving, where he just slams into the back of people. I knew he was going to do that. He ended up shoving me out, and I wasn't going to let him win off of that, so I, just pushed him off the track.
Yeah, you're right about that. You guys have gone at it a few times in this series. This is going to be the third time, I have to admit, and for the past 2, Schaefer got the better of you, but this time, you get the better finish. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I've been too nice, I guess. I mean, honestly, it's a matter of respect, honestly. If you can't respect somebody in the way they drive, you can't just be clean. I mean, honestly, what are you doing out here? I mean, just be respectful, race each other like actual drivers. If you can't beat somebody, just admit it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Next race we're going to is Langley, another short track following USA and Lanier. You think you got a good shot there?
Langley's a lot like Lanier, where it's constant turn left. And in these trucks, I know I'm going to struggle a little bit, but I'll try my best. I think I'm going to have a better chance at Eldora for sure.
Right about that. Only a few races left in this championship, and one of them Eldora. And it's going to be fun to see you guys do battle there. Second place on the night, Ethan Stanley. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to be bringing in our... We can't even bring our fourth place driver, Chase Schaefer, with all the controversy surrounding the end of the race for him. But we will bring in the person who rounded out the podium. Demos, how you feeling?
I was correct at the beginning of the race. Didn't think the guy that won was gonna win, but yeah, it's a little interesting finish.
Right about that, you saw the incident between Chase Schaefer and Ethan Stanley firsthand. How you feeling about that? Well, you were in the driver's shot with all of them. What was going on there?
So my opinion on it is, I get hard racing and all that, but I mean, I know Anderson and Schaefer, they both flipped each other once in the race, which I mean, that's fair game. But my issue with it is that he was bumping people all the time, you know, being aggressive, you know, shoving people, which I mean, that's okay, I guess, but when you keep doing it, you got to expect it back. And when he got bumped at the end of the race, he had a whole hissy fit about it, which, I mean, it's pretty immature. But he didn't win, so I mean, yeah, we're not going to hear the end of it, but I mean, yeah, it's a good point to say, though. I mean, I got a podium, but with Alex winning, it tightens it up for the final 3 races of the season.
Yeah, at the moment you are, as it stands, leading the points by only 10. So it is only a few races left. You think you'll be able to get it done at Langley?
Langley's a pretty similar track to Lanier, so I think I got a good shot there. And with I had a really good run at Lanier, so I think it's possible, definitely possible.
Right about that. Well, Demos, rounding out our podium for tonight. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
And we got the results on your screen. Not for the OSRL E-Mod series. That was not updated. Our apologies for that. But it's going to be Alex Anderson winning over Ethan Stanley, Daniel Mosteller, and Chase Schaefer. The margin of victory only 0.59. And the margin from first to last is 1.14 actually. And the person who qualified first finished last. Person who qualified last finished first. Everyone actually inverted their position. That's an interesting statistic. Third finished second. Second finished third, fourth finished first, and first finished fourth. Very interesting. Qualifying to race turnout, I gotta say. Now we're going to be bringing together our points standings after today's event. And it's going to be Demos, who is leading our points at the moment. And pretty small standings there, I gotta say. We're going to be working on that right now over Alex Anderson by 10 points, as I had said beforehand. Then Chase Schaefer, then Ethan Stanley. The only 4 drivers to show up to this event are now top 4 in the standings. Then Colby Kersey, Michael Cormenes, Andrew Schulte, Mason Moriarty, Alexander Balderas, Garrett Mitchell in 10th, Alan Calpito in 11th, Jason Furqueron in 12th, Jackson Carr in 39 points, 12th as well, and Vince Guesci in 14th. That rounds out our standing tour even remotely contending for our championship, and we thank them all for showing up to these races. 7 races through our campaign and not a lot left. Dylan Celeste says, what's good? Well, this race was pretty good. You got to go and watch back on it if you joined late. And of course, we had a lot of viewers for tonight's event. Of course, once again, NASCAR was competing for us with airtime. We thank all the viewers who stuck around for today. And we're going to be showing us more of this racing very shortly. OSRL Formula One series is coming soon on Wednesday. Then it's going to be the Cup Series on Thursday. Once again, we'll do battle at Langley on Saturday in the IORA Pro 4 Series, not OSRL, which is going to be on Thursday as well with the IORA Cup Series. We thank all the viewers who showed up for tonight's event. We are going to be concluding the stream. Very interesting racing, a lot of flips and a lot of turmoil. So it's going to be a race to remember for all of these drivers. We thank all the viewers for stopping by and hope to see you in the next event and whenever we stream in the future. Thank you for watching and have a good night.